Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope all of you had a great weekend. I am back today with another science experiment that we can do together. So this science experiment is called the liquid rainbow. This science experiment, you need a lot of materials and there's a bunch of different steps. So if you have a piece of paper, I would write it down. I actually wrote down a cheat sheet for myself as well. So what you are going to need for this experiment is water, vegetable oil, food coloring, rubbing alcohol, dish soap, honey, a bunch of plastic cups, something to mix with. I have spoons, and a glass jar, a cup, something to put all of your work in. I'm going to have a link down below for your observation sheet. And I think that's everything. Okay, so for this experiment, we are going to be talking about the different densities of all of these liquids. All of these liquids are different colors. We're going to add some food coloring into these liquids to make them the colors of the rainbow. And they're actually going to stack on top of each other. If you watched other videos on my channel, you will notice that we had some experiments where we had water and we had vinegar, we had water and we had vegetable oil, and they didn't mix together. So we're going to kind of experiment around with that again today. So I'm going to be occasionally looking at my cheat sheet because I haven't memorized this experiment myself. But let me talk about the observation sheet real quick. Down below, there's going to be a link for this sheet, and this is what it looks like. It says liquid rainbow on top, and then it says write the color of each liquid. So it talks about the dish soap, water, honey, olive oil, and rubbing alcohol. So you're just going to write, or if my friends don't know how to write yet, you can just take a crayon and scribble a color right next to it. Then underneath, it says pour the liquids into a jar, and in this, I can't read backwards. Okay, so it says pour the liquids in a jar in this order: purple, blue, green, yellow, and red. Color and label the results. So you're going to put your drawing here, you're going to use your colored pencils, crayons, markers to draw what you observed. And then on the side over here for my older friends, it says what happened and why. So you're going to write down what you saw and what you observed. So let's get into this experiment. So the very first thing we're going to put in is our purple, and that is going to be our honey. So take 1 cup, and you are going to put honey into your cup. Not quite sure how much we need, so let's just give it about that much. Then we need to make it purple. For my color mixing friends, do we remember what 2 colors make purple? Red and blue. So 1, 2. My hands are already sticky. 1, 2. Ah! My table is going to be blue. Then we're going to mix it together and see if we have a purpley color. I should have grabbed a paper towel to put this spoon on. Okay, what do we think? Is that purple enough? I think it is purple enough. Okay, then we need to put our liquid into our glass. Ugh. I'm going to try not to get it on the sides because the honey is sticky. Ooh. Okay, purple, done. Now we need to add our blue. Which liquid do you see here that is blue? Dish soap. So we can just put that straight on in because it's already blue. I think this is going to take a lot. So we have purple and blue. Let me show you what it looks like so far. This is actually pretty neat. Okay, now we need green. We don't have a liquid that is green already, so we're going to have to mix some food coloring into our liquid. So the green is actually going to be our water. So I'm going to take another cup. I'm going to pour some water into my cup. And get my green food coloring. 1, 2, 3. Oop, 4. Okay. Take my spoon. Mix, mix, mix. Then we're going to add our green water into our... Ooh, I got a lot of green there. Okay, that's okay. What's next? Good, we need our yellow. So it asks for olive oil. I don't have any olive oil, so we are gonna try vegetable oil, and it's already a yellowy color. Okay, be very careful not to spill this. Hopefully this goes on top of our yellow or our green. Ooh, it is. Okay, good. So my liquids are not equally proportioned, but that is okay. The hands are very, very sticky and slimy. Okay, so our last color is red. Do you see anything that is red? No, so we need to mix something again. We need to mix rubbing alcohol. That I put over here. This we use for boo-boos. I should have opened these before I started this video. Okay. Rubbing alcohol. Whew. It's a very, very strong smell. Okay, now we need our red. 1, 2, 3. Red to put on top. So, the water and the dish soap. Okay, so this is why it asks for olive oil and not vegetable oil. So, our rubbing alcohol mixed with one of the other colors. But that's okay. We just have a backwards rainbow. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what we have. It's still pretty cool. We have a bunch of different colors in here. So up on top, we have our olive oil. Well, in my case, vegetable oil right on top. Then in the middle, we have our water and rubbing alcohol that mixed together to make that really dark blacky color. Maybe over time it will separate, I don't know. Then down here we have our dish soap, and then at the very bottom down here we have our purple honey. Just so you can get a bit of a closer look, here's all of our different layers and how they stacked on top of each other according to their density. So we have talked about this a couple of times on my channel. I do not claim to be a rocket scientist. I am a normal human being. I am a teacher. I am a normal person just like all of you. And when I try these experiments that I see online, just like you do at home, sometimes things do not happen as they were planned. But science is not always planned. We learn by experimenting. We have our hypothesis, we have our observation. We talk about what we did, what things we could do differently, and how it would change our outcome. So I did tell you at the beginning, I did not have olive oil. I only had vegetable oil, but it was the same color, and I just assumed it was an oil and it would have the same density. It did not. So it did not go in our jar in the order of the rainbow like it was supposed to. But we still learned something. We still have our different densities here, and we still do have a lot of different colors of the rainbow. We just may have learned it a little differently. So for those of you that are trying this experiment at home, if you do have olive oil instead of vegetable oil at home, post down below in the comments and let me know how it works for you. Let me know if you kind of have this same mishap with your rainbow, or if they do end up separating in order of the colors of the rainbow, because now I'm curious. I hope that you had fun with this experiment and that you still learned something, even though it wasn't exactly what we had planned. We still learned something together. And remember to record your observations. Draw your pictures. If you're an older friend, write down what you saw. If you don't have the materials to do this experiment at home, that's okay. You can still see what happened on our experiment together, and you can still color in your jar. I will see all of you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.